What's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today, and the Tennessee Titans are signing DeAndre Hopkins to a 2-year, $26 million deal, as the Tennessee Titans have made, obviously, the biggest move of free agency, or this offseason, by far. And to get D-Hop, add him to the offense, they just drafted Will Levis. I think the quarterback situation is going to be an interesting thing to watch for Tennessee this regular season to see. And this signing happening makes me think most likely Tannehill might be the quarterback for most of the season, if not the whole season, most of the season for the Titans. Because if Tannehill bounces back for the Titans this year with DeAndre Hopkins in the offense, I would really think that Tannehill will probably be the quarterback for the Tennessee Titans for the whole 2023 season, even though they just drafted Will Levis in the 2022 or the 2023 NFL draft. D-Hop had a really solid season with the Cardinals this year. Only played 9 games, missed the first, the first 8 or 7 games. I think it was the first 7 or 8 games he missed due to suspension, and he played 9 games, started in 9 games, 96 targets, 64 receptions, and 717 receiving yards with 3 receiving touchdowns, and had 35. And then his longest was 35, or his longest was 33, and had 35 first downs, and he averaged 7 yards per catch, and he also averaged 80 yards per game. And had a really solid season with the Cardinals last year, when he was not playing that much. The season before with the Cardinals was not that great. I mean, he played 1 more game and had a lot less yards than he did. He had 10 games, 10 starts, 64 targets, a lot of less targets than he was getting this year, though. 42 receptions, 572 receiving yards, and 8 touchdowns. So I would think 2022 was a way better year for him than it was in 2021. He's a 5-time Pro Bowler, and not only that, but a 3-time All-Pro. He's going to be great in the Titans offense, adding him in. They have a couple solid wide receivers. They have Treylon Burks, who they drafted in the first round in last year's draft, in the 2022 NFL draft, which, I really like him. I think he has some solid potential, and he had a good rookie year. But besides that, they don't have a lot of, good wide receivers. I mean, like guys that will bring in something that D-Hop will. But they have Chris Moore, a solid guy from Houston, who he had a good year in Houston this year. I think he almost had like 600 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns. He was solid, but it was in Houston, and I'm saying that as a Texans fan. So trust me. I think Chris Moore should be good for Tennessee, but at the same time, I don't really know. He was playing for Houston last year, so that's another thing to think about. And then they have Nick Westbrook, who is another solid wide receiver. I think he had 400 receiving yards last year for Tennessee. So they have a couple solid wide receivers with Treylon Burks, but to add D-Hop to that wide receiver core, and then have Derrick Henry in the backfield as their running back, that Titans offense should be way more improved as they sign Chris Moore, now sign D-Hop to a 2-year, $26 million deal. Hopefully have Derrick Henry fully healthy next year, because he did miss a couple games last year, if I'm not mistaken. And hopefully have a fully healthy Ryan Tannehill, because he missed quite a bit as well of 2022 last year. So if you have a fully healthy Ryan Tannehill, fully healthy D-Hop, fully healthy Derrick Henry, the Titans should be pretty solid next year, and I would think you might be able to see another Titans-Jaguars fight for the division again, just like it was last year. I would have not said that if the Titans weren't able to sign DeAndre Hopkins, but last year they had an incredibly hard schedule. They had a lot of injuries. Their defense wasn't that good. I think this year, with adding DeAndre Hopkins and hopefully everybody stays healthy, I think the Titans should be way better than they were last year, and should be able to fight for the division with the Jags. I would like to say they would be fighting for the division with my Texans as well. I think the Texans will be way better this upcoming season, but I don't think it'll be enough to compete with the Titans and the Jaguars. Hopefully, maybe in the next couple of years they will be able to do that, but I think most likely you will see the Titans and the Jags fight for that division this year in the 2023 season. You guys have your thoughts. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts on the signing, and peace out.